when our opponent is not so knowledgeable about heel hooks, or also then if I can just go here and do it like quite fast, then that usually works. But if somebody really knows how to defend heel hooks, these usually don't work, because the second when I do the reap and get the heel, usually then people who know how to defend, they try to heel slip, and that could go wrong. But if I had the wristwatch grip, then when Otto tries to heel slip, it's really hard, and then I can put here, go here and lock my hands. But usually what people also can do when I get the heel, they know that they cannot heel slip anymore, so they are starting to roll. And then that's I think that's the hardest and most important skill for you to know when you are heel hooking people, how to follow the roll without losing the knee line like this, because this is what happens usually with heel hooks, and then there's no heel hook if the knee line is away. And another thing is that when Otto tries to go, and Otto gets the hip height and peels down this leg, and now Otto puts a pressure on me. And even when I had the heel hook grip and I try to force it against, I can't do it, and then Otto just kicks my elbow and goes away, and then very blows my back, and that's really shameful for me. So how do we counter this? Is that it really doesn't matter if is it Otto who initiates the roll or is it me who forces Otto to roll. But now we look at how to roll with Otto, and then how to stop the roll, because we don't want to get the endless cycle of rolls. So I get the heel hook and try to, and then Otto just keeps rolling and rolling. I try to get the finish, but it doesn't work, because every time I finish, Otto just rolls away until we go away from the mat or bump up with the wall or something. That's not good for us. So how do we follow the rolling sequence? And I think that's the hardest but most important skill for heel hooks. And after you can learn this, you can also start doing the heel hooks and rolls when opponent is standing, because this is the basics of the following the roll. But before you know this, you shouldn't try this on if he gets up. You shouldn't try this a lot before you can follow your partner when he is at his hip. So the basic problem is how I can expose the heel, initiate the roll, and stop the roll when I want it, and do it with my terms and with my control. So the first thing was that I do the knees to the skies, then I take the heel hook grip, and the most important things when you are digging the heel is the tendon grip here, and then my hips going upwards like this. Then I go, and with my tricep I push Otto's toes like this, and then I take the wristwatch grip. And now when I feel that I have this grip, now I'm sure that Otto can't go backwards because I have the tight grip. Otto tries to go there, he feels that there's pressure on his knee. Then I put my leg back here, and now when I feel that Otto is going this way, so when I'm here, now it's really important that this leg reaps over the hip like this, and my another leg stays behind Otto's hamstring. And this leg, I think, is the most important thing, this leg, because now I can manage the distance like this, and when Otto starts to roll slowly, I push with this, and now my knees, it's unacceptable that they go like this, because now when Otto just pulls his leg away, this happens, and I think people who do heel hooks know that this is really familiar. So I push with my lower leg, keep the tight heel hook grip like this. I can do it with both hands, or even one hand is enough. Then when Otto gets up, I push with this, and now I want to get my knees going, both knees, the lower knee first goes towards the mat and upper after that. I want to end up this situation. And now when Otto tries to run, you see that I can just stay here. If Otto just tries to run a little bit harder, he just keeps me with him. And when I'm here, now I still don't want to do the finish here. I get my hands here, put my both knees on the mat, and with this leg, the lower leg, I push and I like frame the mat or Otto's back hamstring, and then I force Otto to roll with the heel hook grip, tight heel hook grip, and then I push my knees on the mat, and then I don't want to get on my elbow. I just stay here, hands close, head close to hands, and lower leg pushes, and now I force Otto to roll. I roll over my head, and I can end up the same position we get at the first time. We stay here. And now when I'm here, now I can do the finish, because I have the tight grip, pressure on Otto's leg, and then I can do the heel hook finish. If you want, you can also take this leg away and put it here, and now it's even tighter finish. But we looked at the next lesson. But you can also finish with the single leg variation, and you want to end up here, finishing position, which was the first one we looked at. But now we just get the position after the roll. The first one was, like, hopefully you remember, that we just go here, and go back. But if Otto goes this way, we go here, take the heel hook grip, Otto rolls, we go, push with this, point our knees on the mat before Otto's knee on the mat. And when you do this, you can stop here, and your opponent tries to flee, and you just have to stay here, because if this is loose, or my knees are like this, I lose everything at the moment. But if my knees are pointing towards the mat, then you try that, can he flee? He cannot. Then you can force the roll. So force the roll, your head on the mat, and this leg pushes against Otto's leg when we roll. Now we roll, and we go at the finishing position. And now we try to train this roll, and after that we look at finishing mechanics, and that's all the teams that we had for the first class. So let's try to roll, and I think this is the hardest part of this. So if you have any questions and you feel the knee line is slipping or you face some problem, then ask bravely so we can look what's wrong with it.
Are you back healing with your ripping leg?
With ripping leg? Not so much. It's like stiff, but not really hard. I just want it stays where it is. That's enough of the back healing.
Focusing on the knee.
Yeah. I think the most important thing is the lower leg, that it frames really well. So let's try.